What did you think of the Fittest movie? What did you think of that their documentary? Don't worry,
I
nobody's
liked
watching.
it.
You can be honest.
I thought it was nice that they addressed all of the changes and like the layoffs and all that stuff, and like that the whole first portion of it is kind of dedicated to this. There's like a mini denouement of like this. The 2018 games gets really great. Like there's tons of hype, and they ran a really great event, and then all of a sudden like the axe came down and everybody was back to ground zero figuring out what to do. So they kind of, those people who were very directly affected by it, guys like Hero and Marsden and Tommy and Rory McKernan and guys like that just like they got to say their piece a little bit about that, and talk a bit about what the changes meant to those people who then got laid off. And as much as it allowed for a lot of growth on the athlete side, I think welcoming all the national champions and various different avenues to get to the games, it came at a cost of like a lot of these people's livelihood, right? And then they had to re-navigate and renegotiate a way to exist in the space. And so it's cool to see their stories a little bit, because I mean, we've seen a lot of our stories, right? Like it's not news for a lot of it. Matt Fraser won the games, we know. But
yeah. Shocker. Big surprise twist ending.
Yeah. So, but it's fascinating to see some of that, I think, is that even, by the time we watch this movie, we all know what happened. Like I watched the race between Noah and Matt. Like I saw Tia win. Like we already know the end. It's sort of like, I think people watch for the behind the scenes stuff and the little taste of that bit of, I don't know what, emotionality or various things that go on that give life to the people in the show. Beyond what you see on the competition floor. And I think that those are main principal characters that people know and they don't really know a lot about. So it provided them with a little bit of an avenue to tell their story. And I think that, again, that was another major storyline. I think there was kind of three really big stories, one being the competition, the various races, two being the cuts and how significant that affected a lot of athletes, and then three being just the massive sweeping changes to the games. So I think that was a cool thing to see. Like, and I mean the competition, we've seen that a few times, I think. So to me, I felt like I wasn't as invested in that, but I think it's cool to see all the behind the scenes stuff and see how everybody is, even just see how people reacted to the cuts and how people reacted to the ends of their season. And so it's I thought they did a good job.
I agree. I felt like it was kind of delivered on their promise of the same feeling and vibe, but a little bit more let loose and talking about some of the darker things that they would never have been able to talk about before. So I felt like if it's like one of those things where if you're someone who enjoyed the previous movies that they've done, this is right up your alley. You're gonna love it.
And there was still some of that, right? Like there was still lots of like the competition and the doom doom music while everybody's exercising, but there was also another kind of facet to it that I think was something that I thought was very interesting, because I think it's just something that we hadn't seen as much of. So you got a bit more of a taste of that behind the scenes stuff and people that you don't typically, like new characters that aren't really new, but first time you really get the chance to know them.
Folks, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to see even more clippy goodness, hit one of the links on the screen right now. And if you want to see the video that clip just originated from, link is in the description below. Hope you guys check some more stuff out while you're here. Enjoy. I will see you very, very soon. Take care.